People want to talk about how hard that top alternator bolt is to reach, but nobody talks about how hard that dipstick tube bolt is down right there to get to. Pain in the ass, especially if you still have EGR stuff. Alright guys, hopefully the rain stays away. If y'all recall, I don't know, many months back, I put RTV around my dipstick filler neck because I couldn't get the bolt off for the dipstick tube. And sorry for squinting, but I got sweat in my eyes. It's pretty hot and humid right now. But regardless, the other day when I was deleting AC, I bumped the stick several times, which caused the RTV to break, and now I have a big leak down there again. So, previously I had my EGR and all this stuff blocking this area, and I couldn't get to that bolt. Well, now I don't have all that. The bracket is right there, and that's where the bolt is. This is the bolt I've already got out. It is a 12 millimeter, but I got it with a 13 ratchet wrench because that's what I had. So if you break it free and then walk it out with something different, that's better. But you're probably not going to get a ratchet back there at that angle. It's very hard. But I'm going to pull that out. I'm going to lose more fluid, but I'm going to pull it out and put a new seal on. And then I'm going to try a trick that I've been wanting to try for my drain plug. Decided it's going to leak now that everything else is new. My drain plug gasket is leaking. So I'm going to try a trick that I've seen for doing that and not losing any oil. We'll see how that goes. You guys, look at this mess it made in like 2 or 3 days. And if I can get you up in here, see where it's been leaking out the top. I had the car running and I could see it just seeping out the top, coming down, dripping off the pan. And it's made a mess right there. And then if you look over here, see how well I can zoom in, you can see my drain plug is leaking for my oil. So I got a new one of them. We'll see how all this goes. I'm going to put a pan underneath here and pull the dipstick out. I will lose some fluid, but let's get started on that. Alright guys, this is the old O-ring. It is hard and it just broke when I was trying to get it off. There is no flexibility. Let's see if I open it up, what'll happen. Or squeeze it. Okay, so it's a little pliable here and there, but it is very hard, especially compared to a new one. Now I just have an O-ring kit, and I'm going to try to match it up. So far that has been the closest one, but I'll be able to put it in and add fluid and see if anything leaks out and go from there. But so far it's going to be one of these. So we'll see. Also guys, this is the RTV. I got it all cleaned off. I used a rag, used a pick, and I think I'm going to go with, it would be this one right here, 5/8, 3/16. That's the one I'm going to try. Like I said, if I put it in and add fluid and it leaks out, then I'll obviously go with a different ring. These are nitrile and they're rated for high temp, low temp, and hydraulic, and transmission fluid is a type of hydraulic fluid, so we're going to see how that goes. Alright guys, I got the cap off, and you may be wondering what this trick is, and you may have seen it before. I've heard about it. Seems like it's just a Six did a video. I'm not 100% sure. There goes my oil cap. But basically you hook a shop vac, you put it in there, you turn it on. When you take out the drain plug, supposedly the air coming in is at a much faster rate that you don't lose oil, or you only lose a couple of drops. The reason this varies per engine is because each of them has different breather systems, different PCV setups, things like that. So you may be sucking air from elsewhere where this engine wouldn't suck air from. So I've never seen it done on a 4.6 single overhead cam car. So I'm going to give it a shot and see if it actually keeps the fluid from coming out while I change this. So I'll probably get my daughter to hold that and turn it on and see see how it does. Alright, so under the car, I don't know if you can tell, it's dry up here. You can see where it's been leaking from the gasket. Got my new plug with a new gasket. Figured just go ahead and replace the whole thing. So got my daughter upstairs and she's going to turn on the vacuum and do that when I tell her to. But first I want to break this free a little. Alright. None leaking out. Look at that. Put that in. How full is that? Guys, that was it's only finger tight and it's not leaking, so I'm gonna tighten it up. But yeah, this has plenty of oil in it, and for that to work, that was really cool. Now I do have it leaning, so more of the oil is this way, but I have to say I give that a 10 out of a 10. That is quite remarkable and could save quite a bit of time and quite a bit of fluid. Because this is fresh Pennzoil Platinum Ultra in there, and I did not want to lose it for that little ring. So I don't know why I never noticed this, but this normally has a built-in rubber washer, and there is like nothing there. That's all there is. So of course it's going to leak. You can see the little black outline, that's where the rubber goes, and it sticks up. Guys, what do you think about that little trick? I'm still quite fascinated. I've seen, I think it's just a 6 that did it, but his, I believe, was on a Coyote. So like I said, different engine, different application. I did watch one video where the guy lost some oil, but he had a breather down tube. They didn't have a PCV system on the setup back then. I think he was doing a Land Cruiser, and it sucked air up through that, so he was losing through there. But other than that, man, I'm extremely excited it worked. Last thing I got to do before the rain starts is I got some washers, because on the Weld wheels, all these have washers, but it was missing some. So I got brand new ones, so I'm going to go around and replace all the washers on this. And yeah, I'll be done for today. Like I said, I'm just working out every little thing until I can start having fun with this car. I'm not going to go out and run it down a strip or run somebody. It's leaking transmission fluid, it's leaking oil. You know, you got to take care of every little thing like that. And it goes back to addressing, like, you lose motivation in your project. Well, little things like that add up. Man, the transmission's leaking, the oil's leaking, this is wrong, that's wrong, the door squeaks. Man, it took me a day to address 3 things, and the car's already that much more livable, that much more better. And all it was me procrastinating or not looking at the big picture of how long it was going to take. I looked at everything combined and bitched about it pretty much. Only thing I can bitch about now is the weather. And it is sprinkling right now, but I want to get the car lowered and get everything set up. And I cannot wait to see how everything does. Real quick though, just to show y'all, it had oil in it. So, wasn't just RDMC of oil, and that's why it worked. Alright, they need to be clean, and these need to be cleaned up, but I got the new washers on all of them, front and back. So now that's taken care of. Center caps I have to order. Like I said, I might get new lugs, I might just wire brush them. These wheels are not perfect by any means. Don't think I traded a perfect set of wheels for a not perfect set of Terminators that was plastic up. Not going to happen. These have some imperfections, but from a distance, I have yet to find somebody that didn't like them. Honestly, I mean, I've got more compliments over these wheels and that backseat delete than I have probably anything on this car. And there we go, guys. Another short, aggravating, but successful day. and it's another step in the right direction, and it's progress. Progress is a process. It might take a minute, it might take a year, but as long as you stay on progress and stay with the process, you'll eventually get there. Thanks for watching.
I won't turn around, I done made it this far. Look back now, that wouldn't be too smart. Shoot for the stars even when it gets hard. Put my faith in the Lord with these 16 bars. I won't turn around, I done made it this far. Look back now, that wouldn't be too smart. Shoot for the stars even when it gets hard. Put my faith in the Lord with these 16 bars. I won't turn around, I won't